Hey guys, what's up? Bisectatron here from One Hive Gazette, here with the next live stream. This is the next week of Beat This Base Live, giving you guys a chance to try to beat Town Hall 9 and a Town Hall 10 base that have been created. You can see them on Twitter. Hopefully the screen resolution improves a little bit. I think it already is. So welcome to everyone who's just tuning in. Instructions, as always, are in the top right. You want to train an army, fill up your CC, request to join the clan, wait to be accepted, then you can attack the base a few times. Town Hall 9s can attack Town Hall 9s, 10s can attack 10s. The base is posted on Twitter, as always, a few hours before the stream. My Twitter handle is in the description of all these streams, so you can check that out there if you're still looking for the bases. But we already have a lot of people requesting to join, and if you're getting the notification that you can't request to join, it's just there's too many people, so you have to wait for them to clear out a little bit. But we will go through. Looks like we have a lot of Town Hall 9s already, so we're going to be going for about the next 55 minutes or so. So we won't waste a lot of time. We'll go ahead and get people in as soon as we can, starting with Daisy Boo. I think already has been successful in past streams. So let's accept and get this base posted. Let's see, this is the Town Hall 9 base. You guys will see it in just a moment, but you probably have already seen it on Twitter if you were scouting ahead of time. Pretty good base, I think, and I'm hoping it can do pretty well in against some of you guys. It's based on a Town Hall 10 base I made, actually, so I think it's a pretty solid design. So we will just wait for the attacker to go live. Here we go. Looks like this is going to be a Queen Charge Laloon, which is pretty common as terms of what I see attacking the bases I build, because these are all bases that typically I build myself. So maybe I'm just tend to build bases that are susceptible to this, but let's see if it works, because it is a bit of a tricky attack to execute, but level 30 heroes is definitely going to make it a little bit easier as opposed to some lower level heroes that we sometimes see. Let's see here, looking like the charge is going to be towards the queen up in this area, try to get all these valuable defenses. Won't get any air defenses, but actually might be able to grab this one with a wizard or two. But anyway, that's not going to be that big of a deal if a lot of these other defenses can go down. A bit of a wall breaker fail right there. Let's see if Daisy Boo can recover here. Aggro's the queen. Alright, looking pretty good so far. Can't reach this one expo, but that's not a huge deal. And I think might get this air defense as well. Yeah, the wizard's going to grab the air defense, which is actually very nice, because otherwise it would be tough having all four air defenses still left up. Out come the CC troops, just triggered there. It is going to be a witch, a Valk, and I think there's a baby dragon that actually didn't come out for whatever reason. Guess it wasn't triggered for long enough, but I'm sure it'll come out very soon once the Laloon starts. Down to about a minute 45. So things looking pretty good here. We'll see what the queen does, because she can't reach this expo. Is she going to go out? She's on a wall right now, so we'll see how this goes. But things are looking pretty good so far. Here comes the Laloon into the base. Baby dragon's coming out, doesn't have a poison, so unless the lava pups kill the baby dragon or maybe the minions, that might be a bit of an issue. Let's see, balloon pathing is pretty good through this part of the base, though. The queen is up and tanking that expo. The sweepers are going to be a bit of a nuisance, but they shouldn't be a huge deal. The baby dragon's still alive, but I think the lava pups might get it right here. This one's looking like it's probably going to be a 3-star, unless this expo can kind of hold up against the balloon there. That air sweeper's definitely helping. Yeah, that expo's still alive. Also, air defense cannon. I think time will do it. I mean, the queen on her own probably could finish off the base, but it's just going to be a time fail. And we might go ahead and give Daisy Boo one more attempt at this, because it was pretty close here. But time's going to run down, especially with that expo left up. This one's not going to triple, but a very good plan. Maybe if the baby dragon was lured with everything else, this would have gone a little better. So yeah, that will do it. We'll go ahead and back out and basically wait for the attack to end. But anyway, in terms of streams, I've been trying to stream the CWL Wars. We have a few weeks off coming up before the playoffs, but I just haven't been able to stream them because I haven't been at my desktop computer on the weekends, so haven't been able to get those streamed for you guys. But maybe some of the playoff wars I can get streamed because those tend to get a lot of viewers and you guys tend to like to watch those. So I'll definitely try to get that sorted out for the coming weeks of the playoffs. Alright, let's go ahead and see if the second time's a charm for this one. I assume Daisy Boo's going to try the same plan here. As long as the baby dragon's not a huge issue, maybe if things just go a little quicker, this one should be able to triple. I think it's a pretty good plan. And yep, same queen placement. I'm thinking this one's going to be pretty much the same execution, maybe just a few adjustments to the Laloon deployment. This one wizard in like Tesla below it can be a bit of an issue, so that's one thing to look for. There's like 1 or 2 red air bombs there as well, right at the 6 o'clock of the base here. So here come the wall breakers once again. Rages them up. Is the wizard tower going to get them? No, can't quite reach. So a little bit better with the wall breakers. And it looks like the queen, I don't know if she's actually going to go into the base here. I think she might not. Yeah, this one's not looking as good as the first one because the queen's not going to go inside the base. Not that it's a huge deal really, but it might affect the kind of how the queen paths and not getting this expo probably. But we'll see. She might end up all the way on the other side of the base here. I don't see anything that will take her out besides maybe the expo. But he still has the queen's ability. So the king went pretty far once again, grabbed that air defense. Now it's just about the Laloon deployment. I like this balloon here. If it can get that red air bomb, yeah, there it goes. A nice trigger there on the red air bomb. The queen actually went back inside the base somehow, so she is doing pretty much the same thing as last time. Let's see, still has 15 minions, so not a huge deal. Here are some balloons directly at that expo. They are going to pick up 1 or 2 red air bombs, but I like that deployment a little better because it's avoiding the air sweeper, so the expo will definitely go down. Although the lava hound's not going to be able to tank very well because the air defenses are also low on this base. Let's see, rage, a few hastes. The Laloon's not looking quite as good as last time. A ton of minions coming in right there. Looks like they're going to all go up to the top of the base by the queen. That's very interesting how the minions pathed there. I don't think the Laloon's going to get through the base though. The red air bomb going for those minions takes out a lot of them. And I don't know, we'll see if these balloons can finish it off. Maybe they can. There is a Seeking Air Mine that just popped. Tesla still up. This expo I think is going to go down to these balloons here. It's going to be close, but yeah, it's going to go down. It might just come down to time here. Goes ahead and pops the queen's ability. That was a good thing to do. Hastes that one balloon into the trash for defense, or to take out the trash quicker. And yeah, the king altar is going down. This one looks like it's going to be a 3-star, so very close. But I think as long as nothing weird happens, that CC I think will also go down. I don't know, this one actually might be close. Everything is on the king here. Valk coming out of the CC. Wow, this is going to be so close. Okay, that's a 3-star, very, very close attack. But we will add the first successful attacker, Daisy Boo. Nice hit, very close. Let's see if I can type this out here. Perfect. Alright, let's move on to our next attacker. As soon as I accept someone, you guys should be able to request to join the clan. Next one is going to be San here. Let's get the base posted, see what kind of army comp San has. And yeah, as soon as I accept someone, there's always someone else right there ready to apply. So, CC bowlers, looks like it is a witch bowler type, kind of like the witch slap as it's called. But we'll see how this one works. There's a P.E.K.K.A. in there, so a lot of high DPS troops. Interesting choice for this base, but definitely could work, and let's see it in action here. A few healers on the queen, I think just maybe 3 or 4 there. I missed the number. Then a bunch of witches down at the bottom of the base here. There is not much splash damage besides a few mortars and a wizard tower, so that might work out. And then looks like it's going to be golem, P.E.K.K.A, bowlers going up the middle of the base. So this is interesting because all the witches are on one side, and that is a lot of witches right there moving around the outside of the base. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough power to get through the middle though, where you have the expos and some of these defenses like the cannons that are kind of set back in the base. But I don't know, things are looking decent. I think he's lost a witch or two, but besides that, looking pretty good. They'll get on the king right there. Jump spell was a little bit late. Still has a P.E.K.K.A and like a bowler and a few golems in the middle of the base. So far this is actually looking not too bad. There's the rage. A few wizards are in there as well. This one might actually 3-star. I think it will, because the wizard tower is on the P.E.K.K.A there, so the witches might be able to take it out before the wizard tower turns around. Yep, this one is going to 3-star. It looks like kind of a weird attack, but so many troops are still left up at the end of this one, so that worked out very nicely. Nice attack to San, and yeah, that will basically do it. Another Town Hall 9 goes down. 2 for 2, I guess technically 2 for 3, but 2 for 2 in terms of the actual 2 attackers that have tried the base so far. So haven't stumped anyone yet. Let's go on to the next one. We have Quesada 906, another maxed account. Looks like we have more Town Hall 9s rolling in, so if you're a Town Hall 10, I'll try to prioritize Town Hall 10s towards the end here, because want to get at least 3 or 4 attacks on the Town Hall 10 base as well. So let me post the base here, and we'll move on to Quesada 906. A lot of familiar names. If you guys look at the bottom right of the screen there, you can see that there is a lot of these names are people that have already 3-starred the base in the past. So I'm definitely going to try to change up the time for 1 week so we can get some new people, because it's often the same people that are able to attack around the time the stream happens. But here we go with 4 golems, 8 earthquakes. This is going to be an interesting attack here. Looks like just going to try to set like a really wide funnel, take out a bunch of defenses with these wizards, then have everything meet back up. A 5th golem in the CC. So this is a crazy attack, but the base is open very much so with both those earthquakes, and I think basically just the heroes and some wizards, and we'll see how far they can push through the base here. A few hogs might be nice on the outside because there was some tanking, but I guess not. That golem will get the Tesla over on the right. So 3 of the 5 golems went into the base here, and I don't know if this is going to work because things kind of get spread out as the troops are going to enter here. Giant Bomb killed a wizard or 2, and these wizards are very valuable because there's not a lot of DPS in this attack. But fortunately the golems are actually spread out pretty nicely. Still has the king's ability, still has a Skelly spell actually. So this one is very interesting. Down goes the Skelly spell on the Expo, and then here come a few hogs, starting with this Archer Tower. Springtrap gets one of those hogs, but I don't know, most of the golems are kind of dead here, out of hogs. Don't think this one's going to work out. With the queen's ability, she will step up for these defenses, but just too many defenses left up, and this one's not going to pan out for a 3-star. But a pretty interesting attack, fun to see, and we'll give Quesada a second try as we back out and post the base again. Always fun to see all the interesting attacks people come up with, because it's not always the typical Laloon hogs that you see. So anyway, let's hop back in here and see how this one goes a second time. Once again, 5 golems. Did lose 2 of those to the outside because the Teslas kind of drew them away. Maybe there'll be an adjustment here. We'll see what Quesada does. But once again, all 4 golems down. 5th one from the CC. And a bunch of wizards behind here. Doesn't need to create that much of a funnel. There's these air defenses on the outside which don't need to go down, but probably wants to get the mortars on both sides taken out. Left side's getting a little weird there. I think maybe the CC troops are kind of interacting with some of those wizards. But a few hogs coming in. Funnel is good enough to get everything in. Bunch of wizards this time, much more than the first time. The earthquakes didn't open up as much. That might have been intentional. And then we're still waiting on, there's the next 4 earthquakes to open up the next bit of the base. Rest of the hogs coming in on the right side. They'll grab that bomb tower, and looking a little better than the first time. Let's see how these golems path, because if they step up for the right defenses, they can tank for those wizards, but otherwise the wizards will just all get picked off, really, which I think is what's going to happen here at the top of the base. Queen is going to sit back for quite a while. Actually, the golem's stuck on a wall. That's kind of the main problem with this attack, is the golems don't always tank as they should. And yeah, this one actually, though, most of the defenses are down. It has 6 minions for cleanup. Probably should start dropping those soon. Maybe a few balloons for the back end of this base would have been nice, because there's so much tanking from those golems. Or even saving a hog or two would have been really helpful right here. But this one's going to actually be pretty close. I think it might be a time fail, just because cleanup can't really start until... I think this archer tower might turn around and... Well, we'll see. These archers here are going to get this archer tower, but I think the other archer tower is going to basically take out everything around it. There's also a Tesla wizard tower, so cleanup can't really start till the queen and the golem come around and finish everything off. The golem's in kind of a weird place right there. This one I'm going to call is a time fail. I think the queen actually might go down to this archer tower anyway, which, well, we'll see if she goes down. Yeah, it looks like the attack was ended. So nice tries to Quesada, but we're going to have to move on to the next attacker. Let's see. iPhase replay Town Hall 9, and let's post the base. If you're unable to join the clan, it's because there's too many people that have requested to join, so you have to wait for people to be accepted and then for more spots to open up. Let's see, Hound Poison. Fortunately, I typically train up some troops on my Town Hall 10 account just so I can donate to people. My clan wasn't active either, and my Town Hall 10 account doesn't have max CC troops, unfortunately. But anyway, let's get Lava Hound Poison. Alright. We'll see how this attack goes. Looks like we have someone who can provide a Town Hall 11 challenge, which I wasn't expecting, but if you are a Town Hall 11 viewer, go ahead and apply to join. Looks like we have a base, so I could accept both people in theory. So I guess if you do have a Town Hall 11 account, I'll have to double check on this profile, but maybe we can have a Town Hall 11, some Town Hall 11 action. So yeah, go ahead and apply if you are a Town Hall 11 and you're interested. Like I said, as we get towards like the last 30 to 20 minutes, I typically will start to reject some of the Town Hall 9 requests that are pending to open it up for Town Hall 10s and Town Hall 11s, which tend to be a little more scarce. So anyway, we have another Queen Charge Laloon, it looks like. Pretty similar to the last one, or to the first attack strategy we saw on this base. Heroes are 25-25, and yeah, has 2 Lava Hounds, 15 balloons, still holding on to the king, so a few differences. Nice wizard there is going to take out that air defense, which is pretty valuable. And then, actually, yeah, that's something I didn't notice in this base. There should be something guarding that air defense a little better. But anyway, Hog for the CC'ler, going to bring it up top here, take it out with the queen. Actually, the baby dragon might be targeting those healers. That's one downside of encountering the CC so late, and I think it might sidestep the poison even. So this is not looking great. Those healers are probably dead. Kind of went downhill very quickly. And we will post the base again because that did not work out as we thought. But yeah, it looks like Town Hall 11 completely maxed, in case there's any Town Hall 11s out there that are interested in joining and attacking a Town Hall 11 base on the stream. Alright, so once again, same Queen Charge, and I should really put this somewhere on the screen so you guys can see, but it looks like people are already answering in the live chat that you have to wait for people to be accepted / kicked out, and as soon as someone is accepted and one of the pending requests goes away, then someone else can apply to join, because there's a very limited number It's just like a feature in the game of requests to join the clan that can be there before it stops people from requesting to join, if that makes any sense. So let's see. Once again, a little sketchy here on the queen walk in the CC troops, but let's see if she can stay up. There's a Valk and a baby dragon on her. Gonna need to use that rage. The witch, I think, has evaded the poison spell. Just a very awkward place to encounter the CC troops, and I think this witch might keep the queen occupied for quite a long time. Needs to drop in like a wizard there to take out the skellies or something. That would be a good adjustment. Okay, the witch did go down. I'm not sure. There's no wall breakers, so I think just kind of hoping that the queen will step in range of the defensive queen right there. Yeah, as long as he pops the ability, should be okay. Queen is down, and here comes the Laloon, just straight from the bottom of the base here, trying to just rush into these air defenses, and has one heal as well. We'll see what that's for. King is down. Didn't get this air defense like he did the first attack, but there's still quite a few balloons up. The Expos are kind of awkwardly still alive in the middle of the base here. This one's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a 3-star though. I think these Expos will be able to kind of hold strong, especially with the sweepers helping them out here. And the queen will probably go down as well. Yep, this one's going to be a high percentage 2-star. Let's see, the queen going up for that wizard tower. Yeah. Anyway, a good try. Well, I don't think this one's gonna... Probably not, because this Tesla even can take out those wizards, so even if the queen gets through and takes all this stuff out, yeah, and I don't think she'll have enough time because she can't reach that CC from where the compartment is that she's about to enter, so yeah, not gonna work out here. We're gonna have to move on to the next attacker just for sake of time, but thanks for coming by, and we will go ahead and accept the next attacker, and like I said, once the next person's accepted, then new people can request to join. Let's see if we have any Town Hall 9. Town Hall 9. A lot of Town Hall 9s. Oh, Town Hall 10 actually. Is that the next one? Yeah, next one is a Town Hall 10, so that's kind of a little refreshing. Get some Town Hall 10 action going. So, base has been posted for Calpit, and we will wait. Oh, Hound Haste. See if I have another Lava Hound on my Town Hall 10 account here. So far, so good though. We have 2 Town Hall 9s on the board. Still waiting to get our first Town Hall 10 attempt in. Town Hall 10 base I think is pretty solid. It is a base I've used in the past. I typically tend to just take bases I have sitting in my base slots, so I don't have to focus on rebuilding a whole new base. But yeah, I think it's a solid base, and I'm kind of interested to see what plans people would have for it. This is a very common strategy people seem to be doing here. This one looks very suspiciously like the first plan we saw that worked on this base. We'll see if there's any differences, but I don't know. It looks a lot like, I think it was Daisy Boo that executed this plan, and if it is, as you guys know, one of the rules is you can't copycat attacks, so we might, if this one 3 stars, we might have to cross-reference it with a previous attack and see if they're too similar. So let's see, the queen gonna take out the defensive queen right here. Still moving around the base. Wall breakers are a little bit late, but doesn't matter that much. King has done the job there that was previously done. This one's looking a lot like the first attack that we saw, but we'll hang around. Maybe it won't even 3-star. There's a jump spell as well, which I think is a little bit different. We'll see how that's used. So maybe just a similar version, but some small differences here in the attack. So yeah, there's a jump spell for the queen to let her actually get in. She's going to have to deal with the CC troops, which is, I think, different. But the rage, oh, is the rage going to miss the queen? Might have to use the ability here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Had to use the rage and the ability. But she should be able to survive, take out the Expo, and be okay. Yeah, so here comes the Laloon. Only a minute left. Needs to get these minions down as soon as possible as well. But there's not a whole lot of the base left up, and the Queen might be able to help with cleanup if she doesn't go down here. Yeah, Laloon coming through only has 2 hastes because the jump took up some space in the army or in the spell factory there. So this one, not sure. The whole, actually 2 Lava Hounds. This one might be a 3-star. We'll see about time. The Queen's going to go down to the defensive king right here. So going to be a little bit pressed on cleanup, but I think this one actually might 3-star. I was a little skeptical. Both Lava Hounds popping very favorable, and it was, I think, significantly different than the last attack. So we will go ahead and add Cowpit to the list as a successful attacker, and then we will move on to the next one. So a nice, interesting attack there, and I think we might have a Town Hall 10. Yeah, so let's move on to our next attacker. We have Da Vinci, and yeah, a Town Hall 10. So here we go. I will get the Town Hall 10 account fired up. I actually don't have completely max CC troops in here because I had to fill it with the Town Hall 9 account. So let me get the base posted. Here it is. Let's see what army Da Vinci has cooked up, and then we will go from there. Looks like Falcon, pretty typical, although it does have 8 giants, which is a little bit different than what you typically see. Here we go with the live attack, though. We'll see 2 jump spells, so not really the Falcon, maybe more of like a modified version of it, using giants and a few jump spells. But we'll see. This is a tough base to use Valks on in general because the pathing is very unpredictable through the middle of it. But yeah, we'll see where like the plan is. The Queen starting on the right here with a few healers. Looks like he's trying to funnel her. No wall breaker, so trying to funnel her probably towards the top of the base here. King on the other side. Bunch of giants with healers on them in the middle, and then spreading out some bowlers and I guess a few Valks and whatever's in the CC on the other side. So very interesting attack. Kind of a mass bowler with giants and Valks, and then a king on one side for the funnel. Goes ahead and pops the Queen's ability. She might go down unless some of these core defenses can get taken out. But everything's going towards the Inferno Tower compartment, not actually into the middle of the base. So the Queen's going to go down, and this one's just not looking too good with everything moving around towards the outside. The bowlers are kind of hanging out in the middle, but they'll probably go down to some splash damage at some point as the Wizard Tower and other things lock on. So nice try, but don't think this one's going to fly. There's actually a baby dragon somehow still left up in the CC. Yeah, typically this is a base people use Laloon on, just speaking from experience, but ground attacks I think still could work if done correctly. But definitely a good base for Laloon, just to give a hint for any more Town Hall 10s looking to join. But that all being said, we will give one more shot to Da Vinci, just because we want to, have as many Town Hall 10 tries as we can here. So I will post on my other account. Once again, here's the base. Just kind of like a weird compartmentalized, separately anti-3, anti-Falcon base. So anyway, once again, same army comp. We'll see if anything's different here. Let's see, a lot of air targeting stuff, plus the expos, plus Queen CC, so Laloon became easy with that pathing. I think talking about the Town Hall 9 base in the live chat there, but Town Hall 10 base I think is also a good Laloon base. So let's see. Queen stepping up here. Pretty much the same plan. He needs some of these bowlers to take out like these 3 defenses to relieve the Queen from all this damage. But the jumps and everything in the Queen, especially the defensive Queen, everything's getting pulled into this compartment, which isn't necessarily the best. Although a few bowlers are walking up into the moat, they are going to get roasted by this double cannon somewhat. and the queen's already down, so yeah, this one's not looking too great here. Bowlers are going to go down in the middle. The jump did let things kind of a little bit farther than the last attack, but even still, this one is going to kind of peter out pretty quickly. So a few nice attempts. Someone watching live on YouTube, that's interesting. Is this being streamed? Anyway, let us back out, and we are going to have to move on to the next attacker here, but thanks for coming by and for trying the Town Hall 10 base. Always love having Town Hall 10s in the mix. So let's see who's next here. We have Muhammad, Town Hall 9, Addy, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 11 if anyone wants to try that, and Town Hall 10, and Town Hall 10. So yeah, looks like we will accept the next one and have a pretty good balance of 9s and 10s, but like I said, in the last half of this stream I tend to prioritize the Town Hall 10s, and I guess in this case Town Hall 11s as much as possible, just because we see less attacks overall on them. Alright, so base is posted. We will wait for Muhammad to attack it. Looks like he's checking out the base one more time. Just turned my iPhone off. I'll have to get that fired back up to donate a few bowlers. Okay, Lava Hound poison. A lot of air being used on this base. That's interesting. So let's see. There's a poison, and can I get a Lava Hound made? One moment. Gotta delete a few things from here. Okay, Lava Hound, get it fired up. Get rid of some of these hogs. Alright, here's the Lava Hound. Let's see what Laloon attack we have now. Thought I was going to sneeze for a second, but I guess not. Hey Bisect, by the way, I am sort of a former WHF family member, and the last war versus OHG was great. Yeah, awesome war. Good job to WHF. If you guys didn't see the results of that war, WHF won the last week of the regular season of CWL. I think WHF is also in the playoffs, and we, of course, are as well. So yeah, that was a good war last weekend. We haven't been using the freshest bases because we've been building bases for playoffs now that we've secured our spot in it, but yeah, a good war, and it was fun, have some good attacks from it. We are going to have to not filled LOL. Okay, don't want this to hold up the stream here. Let's check. Okay, I thought I donated a Lava Hound, but it's not there, it looks like. Can you request again? See if we can get another Lava Hound made to donate. Otherwise, we might have to move on. Let's see. I might have to use some gems here for it. Is it too late for 10s to request? This looks fun. Not at all. We're going to try to prioritize Town Hall 10s at the end here. So even if you can't apply to join right now, it'll open up a little more the last like 10 to 15 minutes for Town Hall 9s or for Town Hall 10s to join. So yeah, you can check out the base on Twitter, links in the description, and we're going to get through a few more Town Hall 9s and then just pretty much focus on Town Hall 10s for the last little bit here. But we got about 20 minutes left in the stream, so we'll see how many we can get to. Alright, so this one, once again, Queen Charge Laloon. This seems to be a very popular attack on this base, and I think that's a good thing because oftentimes people would crush these bases with ground troops, so making you guys do some more complicated attacks, which is always good. King and a few wizards on the other side. But yeah, these plans have all looked pretty similar with just a few small differences. Has 4 rages this time for the queen, and right here she'll take out the defensive queen, and then we'll see how the king paths. He'll get that Expo, or not the Expo, the Tesla, and maybe this air defense even will go down. Actually, no, the wizard's going to get shot by the cannon. But the queen's actually going to be charged in at these air defenses, maybe? Although she shoots the wall. Okay, so this is actually looking more like the first 2 attacks than the first 2 Laloon plans than how this one should have gone. But I think this actually was a good plan to bring the queen in this area, because she can probably reach the air defense, then walk in, get another air defense. Really like this plan, but it's not working out as it, I guess, should. But even still has 2 lava hounds, some balloons, and 2 rages, so maybe he'll be able to get through the rest of the base here. But down to a minute 24. Not sure what else the queen can really do at this point. She'll go outside, grab an air defense, but he probably should start the Laloon now. Yeah, here comes the lava hound, sending in some balloons very high at the Expo, which is good. Gets the lava hound tanking, so everything looking solid. If the rages are used nicely, this one might be able to triple. So some minions, that's good. There's gonna be the CC troops that he's gonna have to deal with, and that's not the best poison. I think the baby dragon might leave the poison. Yeah, I might need some lava puffs to take out that baby dragon because it is out of the poison. The witch is also kind of running wild, and these balloons are starting to go down. So this one probably not going to 3-star just because there's no balloons left up and there's still quite a few defenses. But I like the plan, and we can go ahead and take another look at it. Yeah, backed out. That was good. Alright, let's post the base again and see what we got here. But yeah, it looks like we had a few Town Hall 10s, and we might have like one more Town Hall 9 attempt, but pretty soon we're going to start rejecting all the Town Hall 9s just so we can make it easy for Town Hall 10s to apply to join, so we can prioritize that. Omar Mutlock, when will you do the next live attack video? Probably not for a little while, unfortunately, just because right now in One Hive Genesis we're doing scrimmages within our clan family to test out bases. So obviously I can't show bases that are being tested for CWL, and pretty much all my attacks will be on those bases. So next time we do a random search, maybe sometime in the next week or 2, we might do a random search and get matched up with a random clan, in which case I might record a live attack, or maybe even during the next CWL matchup, which will be a playoff matchup in a week or 2. So that is something that I might want to record live as well. Alright, so let's see here. King's being used at the top of the base, and wall breakers. It's okay. It looks like the plan was changed up a little bit. I think it's hard to know the actual plan when you see it and something goes wrong. But the queen is entering the base. Looks like the idea is just to wall break even farther in. The wall breaker is kind of split up here, and the queen is going basically like she did the last few attacks. This is pretty much the same queen charge we've seen. Unfortunately, she's targeting this wall, which will only open up like an Expo and an Archer Tower, instead of actually targeting this wall, which would open up a lot more. But that's just how the queen works sometimes. Some more wall breakers coming in, but they will probably go down. There's not even enough to really open up the wall anyway. So yeah, this one not looking great. CC troops coming out. Poison is down, but we'll see. If the Laloon through the base is good, I could see this one working. Might have to use the queen's ability here. Maybe not. The Valk is down. Looks like, yeah, okay, so still going pretty well here. Goes ahead and pops the queen's ability, maybe just for sake of time to get her through quicker, to help with that air defense and those air sweepers. But the queen's in a good spot, and if the Laloon goes well, this one might be able to be successful here. Down to 55 seconds. These minions are going down, which is good. There's a lot of minions in this attack here, so that's good. Balloons coming through at pretty much all angles. There'll be some nice tanking down there at the wizard tower, so avoiding a lot of the splash damage on this base. and he is out of spells, and there's going to be a sweeper pushing these balloons away from this air defense. But yeah, I think the air defense might not go down. 27 seconds, unless these troops get through. This one's not going to 3-star. The air defense probably can't take out all these minions, but there's just not going to be enough time, I don't think, especially with half of them about to die here to the air defense as they move through, plus the Tesla and everything. So very close, but doesn't look like it's going to work here with the Tesla behind that storage. So anyway, another nice try. We're going to have to move on to the next attacker. Let's see, 98%, unfortunately. So let's see. I think we have, we'll do one more Town Hall 9 if there's a Town Hall 9 pending. Yeah, this is going to be our last Town Hall 9, unfortunately. Going to have to draw the line here, or maybe we should just go to Town Hall 10. Let's see what we have. We got Town Hall 10, 30, 40, Town Hall 10 technically, and a Town Hall. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and move on to Town Hall 10s for the last 10 to 15 minutes here. So we are gonna reject all Town Hall 9s. Sorry to stop with Addy 2.0, but we gotta draw the line somewhere to get some Town Hall 10s prioritized. And yeah, there is a Town Hall 11 pending. If any of you Town Hall 11s want to apply to attack his base, I don't know what it looks like, but we have someone willing to provide a Town Hall 11 right here, which is cool. So the next attacker is going to be Abod, and we will accept and post our Town Hall 10 base here. There it goes. And like I said, only Town Hall 10s from here on out, just to give some Town Hall 10s some chances to 3-star these bases, because we want to add some Town Hall 10s to the board if possible in the last minutes here. Alright, let's see, we got a Witch Bowler queued up. Interesting army for this base, but I could see it working if there's good pathing. I think a jump can connect both Infernos. That might be part of the idea. But there's going to be a Queen Walk on one side, and then I assume Witches on the other. As I said, if you can't join the clan, it's because there's too many pending requests, so you have to wait for them to kind of clear up a little bit. Alright, let's see, the Queen's walking. Might have to use a Rage on her, maybe not though, we'll see. This cannon might get on her as well in just a moment, plus the Expo and a Tesla too. So actually pretty good value from the Queen here. Maybe she's going to meet up with the bowlers actually, kind of like a Town Hall 11 style attack, we'll see. Baby Dragon pushing the Queen into a very dangerous location with both Infernos here. So I'm a little sketchy that the Queen's probably not going to be able to grab much more before she goes down. Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan was here, but with both single Infernos on her, she cannot last very long. There's going to be a little bit of a healer switch onto the Giants, which is kind of nice. There's the Valk kind of in everything, but pathing is good. Interesting jump, just kind of right there in the corner, but it'll let things in. And I don't know, it just doesn't look like things are actually going to go to the middle of the base here. There is the jump, so they can kind of leave that compartment and go over towards where the Queen is. This is very interesting because the Witches are right up there with the bowlers and everything. Everything's like in one little pack. It has a heal spell as well, but so far the healers have done a good job keeping everything up. This one's actually not looking too bad, to be honest. But I feel like nothing's going to be able to grab this Inferno right here, which is going to ultimately hurt this attack. But a lot of bowlers up. The King is up. He still has the King's ability, but just such weird pathing through this base. Yeah. This one's probably not going to 3-star here. Giants going down. King's only level 30, actually. I didn't even notice that. So we will go ahead and throw one more try. If the Queen was still alive, that might have been a bit of a different story. So let's post this one more time, see if there's any changes that can be made, then we will move on to the next Town Hall 10. Like I said, only Town Hall 10s remaining for the last few minutes here. Alright, looks like he's leaving. Guess we will move on then. Oop, that was the wrong base anyway. Alright, let's get this one posted. And Next Town Hall 10, that's Town Hall 11. This guy is technically a Town Hall. I don't think this is necessarily someone who wants to attack the base here. Looks like there's troops still training up anyway. Yeah, I just don't think with any good conscience I can accept him with the low-level heroes and the sketchy army comp, but thanks for the comment, Joel Saw. Let's move on to this CG or Kiji Chakma. Let's get the base. Base is posted above. I'll go ahead and post it one more time here. Alright, there's the base, and let's see what army comp we got here. Looks like it is a Queen Charge Hog Attack. That's kind of cool. Interested to see how that would work out on this base. So we shall await this attacker to go live, and might have time for maybe like 1 or 2 more after this. But unfortunately, a lot of the Town Hall 10s kind of they just don't apply towards the end. It's always the Town Hall 9s that are there right at the beginning for whatever reason. So here we go. The Queen is pretty well protected by that one Inferno, but we'll see how this charge is done, and maybe it can work out here. Gonna have to be very tricky with the wall breakers, and looks like the Queen will get the defensive king for sure. So that's always something you want to try to get on the Queen charge. Let's see, yeah, Baby Dragon to help funnel. She'll step up right here. Defensive king to kind of help tank and to take out some buildings for the funnel. In comes a balloon, I guess, for a Seeking Air Mine. That was nice. Almost a wall breaker fail, but the raged wall breakers can sometimes run past the little bomb there. So the king did his job. This is actually looking pretty nice. Not sure if the queen will go down necessarily. Depends how his queen paths. Very close. Probably a good decision to pop the ability. There were a bunch of Valks in the CC. Actually, if those Valks were maxed, he definitely would have had to use the ability. But those are only level 4 because for some reason I couldn't get actual CC troops. Kind of out of things to keep his queen alive with. So actually the queen's not quite engaged right here. I think it's a good plan, but just a very difficult charge. And right here, not going to get the defensive queen down, it looks like. If he had poisoned her, might have had a better chance, but probably should just end the battle, and we'll go ahead and throw the base up one more time. I like the idea, but it's going to be hard to charge that area without the queen going down, and fortunately it looks like the pathing works out, so the defensive queen does get engaged. If he's a little bit better with the rages maybe, and the ability, might be able to keep the queen up. So here we go. Same army comp, only 4 healers, so that's something to note, is that typically in these charges we see 5 healers. So yeah, not quite the same healing effect. Anyway, queen is going down here, king in the same location. Test or balloon to trigger the Seeking Air Mine, and then here come the wall breakers, a little bit lower on the wall breakers. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but we'll see if the queen goes the right way. Yep, she's going in the base. That's good. You can see these level 4 Valks coming out of the CC. Poison is down. I don't think the Baby Dragon came out actually. Yeah, here's the Baby Dragon and that extra Valk, which will evade the poison. Going to have to use the ability and the rage there, but actually a little bit better in terms of having one more rage still. The defensive queen may or may not be engaged here. Maybe when she steps up for the town hall. No, doesn't look like it. If I were him, I'd put a wizard right there. Yeah, good wizard. Probably will keep the queen inside the base, but honestly, who knows what the queen does at this point. Let's see how she paths. Okay, so she's going through the wall, which is good. I think he should rage her up and then send in the hogs just before she gets through the wall. Actually not looking too bad on time. 1:40 could be a lot worse, and has a lot of hogs to send through the base here. So now needs to start those hogs. There they go, perfect timing. The queen is going to get locked onto by the Inferno. Is she going to... Yeah, the queen's going to... Oh no, she gets out of range, so she can help with cleanup. This is actually looking pretty nice. If the hogs can get through the base here, only has 2 heal spells. I think that was an adjustment I might have missed. There's only 2 heal spells, which is going to be a little bit tight because there's a lot of giant bombs and such, and a bunch of hogs have gone down so far. Yeah, just difficult pathing initially with the giant bombs being in those weird spots intentionally to try to kill hogs, and a bunch are going to go flying to spring traps. This one looked very good, and then the hogs came in and just did not pan out, so good try. We are going to get to one more attacker, so let's go ahead and accept the final attacker probably in the last 5 minutes here. It will be just based on order. It's going to be Hulk. So I apologize to these other 10s that we aren't getting to, but always next week or the next week that we have the stream. So anyway, last attacker, base is posted. Let's wait and see what Hulk does here. Question. Hi, I have a question. I've been using Laloon as a farming strat and want to learn how to better actually taking out max Town Hall 9s and decent Town Hall 10s to get loot with only Laloon, no other troop. I actually can't really give you much help with farming because I haven't actually farmed for forever. I used to use the queen, the super queen, with like a bunch of healers on the queen, but if you don't have a high level queen, that can be kind of tough. So don't have much farming advice though. Let's see, is Hulk, is he there? I'm gonna have to move on to the next attacker if not, so we can get through one more before we end the stream here. Oh, looks like he is. Alright. It is a Laloon, which I was kind of waiting to see because this is actually what 3-starred this base in the last CWL war, because I ran it against WHF, and this looks like basically the same plan. Not sure where Hulk is from. Possibly he could be from a CWL clan, maybe even WHF, but we'll see how this one goes. The heroes are down. Went ahead and used bowlers for the funnel, which was interesting. Not sure if the King and the Valks are going to go in the base. They actually don't, so might want to end the attack here. Don't think the Queen's going to go down because everything walked to the outside, so that was unfortunate. But this is basically, I think, the best plan in my opinion for this base. But like I said, this one's probably not going to pan out too well. Well, I don't know, maybe the Queen will go down. Let's see. Yep. It's going to be close. Okay, so he does get the Queen. There is the CC Baby Dragon still left up, but he actually has a poison for that, believe it or not. The Baby Dragon's on all those balloons. This one's not looking too good, but I think if the adjustment is made, maybe some wizards for the funnel instead. If the funnel's a little better, yeah, it could definitely work out, but not going to happen this time because of the problem with the kill squad. So we got a few minutes. We'll post the base one more time here, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, this will be the last attack, and then we will have to wait till next week to see some more attackers. I'll probably try to prioritize Town Hall 10s even more in the future, just because it seems like we're always getting cut off at the end on Town Hall 10s, but need the Inferno Tower though. Well, we are awaiting the attack. I'm not sure exactly what he means, but yeah, I think he means needs the Inferno Tower by the Queen, which I think will go down if the Valks and the King go into the base, but the main problem was the funnel wasn't quite created there, so yep. Unfortunately, we can't get to the last few Town Hall 10s that are pending right now, because it's going to end strictly at 7, as we always do. But like I said, there's always next week, and I'm probably going to prioritize Town Hall 10s even more, because those tend to be some of the more exciting attacks, and also we just have less Town Hall 10 victors in general. A Baby Dragon might have been a good thing to put over here, I'm not sure. Once again, the funnel is just very, very sketchy. Jump spell is down. Golem's going to take quite a bit of damage here. We'll see if the King goes in. I think they will, actually, yeah. This time it's looking a little better. The Queen stepping up. The funnel was just ridiculously sketchy, but everything goes in. Inferno Tower will go down right there. CC troops will go down to the Queen. So this one's looking a lot better just to start here, assuming the Baby Dragon goes down, which I think it will, to that poison spell. Yeah, Baby Dragon's down. The Queen actually will still be up to kind of help with cleanup if there is a cleanup to do. But everything's moving through. Still has a heal spell. Not a whole lot of spells for those last 2 air defenses, and I think he's pretty much out of Lava Hounds. So the La Lune isn't looking too great here. I think this one's not going to quite go just because there's 2 air defenses and the Wizard Tower, a few Archer Towers still up. But a solid plan. I think this was probably one of the better plans, and that is pretty much going to do it for this stream. So thank you guys all for watching, and for those of you who attacked, as always, check in on Tuesdays to see if the stream is going live. It was this week, and I went ahead and posted and set the stream time on YouTube, so hopefully you guys got a notification or something. But yeah, that will do it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bisectatron out.